Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to our first PU Computer Science online classes. In last class, we completed some important concept, that is from lesson 1, overview of a computer or fundamental of a computer. The concept is the application of the computers. We know application called as the uses of the computers. So computer going to use in education, industry, business, communication, entertainment, multimedia, and also used in our banks here, science and engineering. And laterwards I completed next concept, that is the classification of computers. So such classification based on principle of operation. Based on the principle of operation, computers are classified into analog computers, second digital computers, third one is the hybrid computer. Analog measuring physical variables, speed, temperature, pressure, so which measure continuously changing condition, such computer called as the analog computers, correct no? Used in scientific and engineering fields. Second, digital computer. That means such computer measure digital data, deal with the numbers 0 and 1 and perform arithmetic, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and also logical operations and or not by using the data or on such data. And in digital are classified or designed for both general purpose and the special purpose computers. And after completing digital, the next thing about our hybrid computer. The meaning of hybrid, that combine feature of analog computer as well as digital computer. Such computer is called as the hybrid computer. In our last class I already said one example, good example for our hybrid computer, that means specially going to use in our ICU unit, intensive care unit here, and whatever the measurement will get, maybe the blood pressure in our analog, the measurement will get not in the numbers, correct no? And after such measurement later was convert into the numbers. We know that digital computer going to deal with the numbers here, convert into the numbers and later was supply to the component in the system. So because of the BP each and everything will get in the numbers 180, 70 or maybe 120, like that we will get. Now let's, after knowing the classification of computer based on principle of operation, the computer also classified. The second concept is the classification of computers based on configuration. Okay, now our second concept, that is the classification of computers based on configuration. So based on the configuration, meaning based on the size of the computer. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. So based on the size, we know the meaning of the size, which is called as the size, maybe the larger size of the computer, smaller size we will get in smaller size computers here. So based on the size, based on the storage capacity. Now ಎಷ್ಟು information computer ಅಲ್ಲಿ add ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು computer ಅಲ್ಲಿ just some information, and some computer we can add a many information. So based on the storage capacity and also the cost, computer are classified into our microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computers, supercomputers. So clear this point here. So I said based on the size of the computer, based on the storage capacity. Okay, what's the capacity of the computer, how many information going to store using the computer. So the storage of information, or also based on the cost, computer are classified into, first one is the microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer, and last one is the supercomputer. Now let's we are going to discuss the each point one by one by using some of the example and also the by using some of the example and some of the uses of the computer, the each computers here. So first of all, I am selecting the microcomputers. We know that the microcomputer are also called as the desktop computer and PC. What's the full form of the PC? The full form of the PC, personal computer, PERSONAL, personal computer, and also called as not only the desktop PC, personal computer, also called as laptop computer, ಹೋಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು, ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಂತ, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಆಸ್ ದಿ home computer. So all are the name for our micro computers here. Now let's what about the size of the micro computer. So this computer our size is very small. Clear this point here? These are small in size. So we can say that this size is very small. Clear this point here? So will get in small in size and also it contains. So ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್, ಕೀರ್, ಮೌಸ್, ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್, ಮೇ ಬಿ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್, ಮಾನಿಟರ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಶುವರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅವರ್ memory devices here and later we can say about the processor. So ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಕಂಟೇನ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ದಿ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಡಾಟಾ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದಿ memory devices. The memory devices only called as the storage devices and later we can say about our processor. Processor ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು? The processor only called as the CPU. So clear this point here? Processor. So different meaning ಇದೆ. Processor ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ CPU ಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, process ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ work. Okay, the work or the task that is going to perform by using the computer. So we can say that our microcomputer contain input output devices and the processor and also the memory devices, that is in simple word called as the storage devices here. That means here the microcomputer is used by one person at a given time. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ, ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಸಚ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಸಚ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ at a given time. So all are some of the point about our microcomputers. So we can say that here, so such PC can be classified or some example for the PCs are our Apple computer. So we can say, and such PC are classified into the desktop computer and the portable computer. ಸೊ ಪಿ ಸಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಪಿ ಸಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಪಿ ಸಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ಪಿ ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ಪಿ ಸಿಯನ್ನು ಎರಡು ಟೈಪ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ನಾವು ದಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಅವರ್ ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ದಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ದಮ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ವೈಲ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ಆ ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋಕಿಯಾ? ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ used anywhere. So this is about our portable computer here. But what about the desktop computer? ನಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಿನ ಹಾಗೆ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದಿ ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ವೈಲ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ whereas the desktop computer cannot be carried around. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ತಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. we can place from one place to another, but not maybe one or two times we can place from one to another, but we can't hold such computer. Clear this point? We can't carry such computer wherever we are going here. So this is the some difference between our desktop and the portable computer. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು? ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ತಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬಹುದು, ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ, or but desktop computer cannot be carried around. Clear this point here? So this is the differences here. Now let's some of the information about our portable. So ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವರ್ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ and handheld computer are very good example for our portable computers. So clear this point here. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ನಾನು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ದಿ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅವರ್ ಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Now what about the notebook computer? Which computer is called as the notebook computer? So we can say that the notebook computer are also called as the laptop computers. So laptop computer ige ನಾವು notebook computer ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Clear this point here? So the notebook are also called as the laptop computers here. And what about the size? ಸೊ ಅದರ ಸೈಜ್ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದರೆ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇನ್ ಸೈಜ್. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅದರ ಸೈಜ್ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಕಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ ವೇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 3 to 5 kg. It is just only one simple example I am telling here. Maybe their weight, that means we can carry any place, correct? No, to any other place here. So such computer, so just only their weight we can say as the 3 to 5 kgs. That is about our laptop computers. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈಜ್ ತುಂಬ ಚಿಕ್ಕದು. ವೇಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ 3 to 5 kg ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಿಗೆ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ is going to call here. Now let's about our, now we know that the first example is the notebook computer. Now let's our second example. The second example ನಾನು ಯಾವುದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ? handheld computers, correct look here. So the handheld computer also called as the palmtop computer. Okay, PALM, palmtop computer. Smartphones, ನಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್, smartphones and the handheld computers. Clear this point here? Portable ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಯಾವುದು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ? ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಹೆಸರಿದೆ. ಪ್ಯಾಮ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್, smartphone, that is our mobile phones here, and also called as about our the handheld computers. Okay, now in case of our handheld computers, so these computers are also called as the PDAs. Clear this point here? ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಿಗೆ handheld, that is cell phone, mobile phone, smartphone, and the palmtop called as the PDAs. The full form of the PDAs, personal digital assistant. Clear this point here? Personal digital assistants. Now what about the size? So these computers are about the size of a human hand. Correct? No, mobile annu ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡಿಯುವಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದರ ಸೈಜ್ here. So we can say that means this computer, this smartphone, handheld, palmtop computer are about the size of a human hand and used for our word processing, to do any MS Word work here, and also for the spreadsheet calculation we can use for our calculation purposes also. So we can say that these are about the size of a human hand and can do the word processing, spreadsheet calculation. And lastly I want to tell about our handheld computer. It very easily can fit in the hand of the users here. So all are point in our microcomputer. So clear this point here, the meaning about the microcomputer. Now let's, after knowing some of the information from computer like our microcomputer, later I want to use some of the uses of the microcomputer. So ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಆರ್ ದಿ ಯೂಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಯಾ. ಸೊ ದಿ ಯೂಸಸ್ ಹೇಳುವುದಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಮೇ ಬಿ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ or like maybe the laptop computer here, maybe the desktop computer. So all those computer we will get, that means used in the office work here and also used in many homes. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ maybe the laptop or the desktop computer, and used for the business operation purposes, maybe in our business purpose. correct no kia shop ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ we are also going to use for our engineering operation. clear this point? So this is all are called as the, or all some point are come in case of the uses of the microcomputers. So clear to everyone about the microcomputer. So each and every information about our microcomputer. Now let's our next computer. Why? Because we know that the classification of computer based on the configuration classified into micro, mini, mainframe, super. Now we are in the second point. Clear this point here? This second point, now I selected the point that is the mini computers. okay yeah? So the mini computers. So mini computer ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳುವುದಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So these computers is very larger in size. ಹೆಸರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಿನಿ, ಆದರೆ ಹೆಸರಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಾರ್ಜರ್ ಇನ್ ಸೈಜ್ and also more powerful computer compared to our microcomputer, compared to the PC computer. PC full form ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, personal computer. correct no kia? So we can say that the mini computer, larger computer, more powerful computer here compared to our PC computer, that is called as the microcomputer. Now what about the instruction execution? So ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವುದಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ಫಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ 5 MIPS. 5 MIPS. ಸೊ 5 MIPS ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 5 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ನಂಬರ್. ನಾವು MIPS ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ second. clear this point here? MILLIONS, millions ಕೇಳಿರಬಹುದು, millions, trillions, brillions, billions. correct? clear this point here? So we can say that million instructions per second. In 1 second it going to execute 5 MIPS instruction, million instruction per second. So we can say it can execute 5 MIPS. clear this point here? Now how many processor we are need to use for our one mini computer? So it generally consists of 2 or more processor ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ CPU. So just for one computer we need to use maybe 2 processor or more than 2 processor for our powerful mini computer. clear this point here? And later finally I want to tell about our, I already said microcomputer we need to, that means such computer is used one person at a given time. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್? ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸರ್ವ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು 4000 ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ at the same time. So what's the meaning? ನಾನು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, it can serve up to 4000 users at the same time. That means to such mini computer the 4000 user can connect at a given time. ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮಿಗೆ 4000 ಯೂಸರ್ ಆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. and maybe if any information stored in our mini computer, every person can get such information. That means such information going to share to every person, that means totally to the 4000 users at the ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಆಗಿ 4000 ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ and some of the example for our mini computer, that is the VAX 800 and AC 400. so all are examples. clear this point here. example ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಗೆ example. the first example is the VAX 800 and later next one AS 400. so all are the example for our mini computers here. Now we know that why, because it's a larger computer, more powerful computer compared to the PC. we need more than or we need two processor or more than two processor and just 4000 users it possible to connect at a given time here. and also we know about the example of the mini computer. Now let's about the uses of the mini computers here. so the mini computer, it is often used by the small and medium sized company. clear this point here. so ನಮ್ಮ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸೈಜ್ ಆದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. clear this point here. why, because we know that maybe in small organization, small company or the medium company, many workers are going to work in such organization here. so we can say that and sometimes the information need to share to many people, to many workers at the same time. so we can say that it is often used by the small and medium sized companies here to provide centralized store of information. so to provide centralized store of information, meaning is very simple, that means sharing of information to many persons. clear this point here. sharing of information, centralized store of information anta helidre sharing of information to many people, to many person at a same time here. so this is about our some information about our mini computer. so clear now about the information example and also we completed by using the uses of the mini computer. now we are going for our third important point, that is the mainframe computers. okay, the third one is the mainframe computer. so now mainframe computer ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ information ನಾವು mainframe ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so the mainframe computer offers larger processing speed or offers the greater the larger processing speed here and greater storage capacity. clear this point here. the processing speed is very high and greater storage capacity. clear this point here. so processing speed is very high. processing speed h anta helidre, sure it going to execute more instruction at 1 second per second anta helidre in 1 second. clear. so we can say that processing speed of the computer is very high and greater storage capacity. we can store lot of information compared to which computer? compared to our mini computer. clear this point. and such computer or the mainframe computer used two processors. okay, here that means it consists of a two processor. one mainframe computer ige ಎರಡು CPU ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ to work correctly in proper manner here. so it consists of two processors. processor ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ CPU here and it's specially designed. why, because to perform multiple tasks. what do you mean by a multiple task? ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ and why they built up such computer? why, because to work, or we can say that here it is designed for the multiple task. that means to work we can perform at a same time. ಎರಡು work. otherwise ನಮ್ಮ desktop computer just only one we can use for one work only at a given time. but by using our mainframe computer we can use such computer for the multiple task. that means more than one task. okay here. so the two tasks we can perform and also Here we can, the multiple user can use such computer at a given time, and also we need the multiple processors. So clear this point here. It is specially designed. Why? Because to perform the multiple tasks, ಎರಡು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಒಂದೇ ಕಾಲದ ಒಂದೇ time ಅಲ್ಲಿ, and multiple user can use the computer, more than one user can use the computer here, and also we need the multiple processors. Clear this point here, the multiple processors. So this is some information about our mainframe computer. Now some example we can say as the NEC 610, okay, NEC 610 and DEC 10. So all are example for our mainframe computer here. And the most popular manufacturer, ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ manufacturer ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು, that means who are going to produce the computers here, correct? No, who are going to design the computer, who are going to manufacturing the computer. So the most popular manufacturer of the computers, the company name is the IBM. It is the company name, the full form of the IBM, International Business Machine, okay, the International Business Machine here. So that means we can say that. And finally I want to tell about the how many MIPS it going to produce in 1 second here. So our mainframe computer can process, can execute 16 MIPS. Okay, the 16 MIPS, we know the full form of the MIPS, millions instruction per second. Clear this point here. So this is some information about our mainframe computers here. Now let's about the uses of the mainframe computers. Okay, here. So mainframe computer, ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ processing speed is very high and greater storage capacity, usable for multiple tasks, and more than one person can use at a given time, and using the multiple processors and executing the instruction, that is 16 MIPS, that means million instruction per second here. So now ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? So we can say, let's in our uses of the mainframe computers, so are used in large organizations. Clear this point here, especially going to use in our large organizations here. That means for example the airlines, especially using in our airlines for ticket reservation system. Airline companies ಅಲ್ಲಿ airline ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ for the ticket reservation system such computer is going to use. So ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಮಿನಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ the 4000 can users going to connect at the same time here. But what about the mainframe computer? Why? Because we know that it is especially going to use in our large organization. Examples like our airline for ticket reservation system. So in our mini computer we can say that totally, or it can serve up to 50,000 users at the same time. Clear this point here, the 50,000 users going to connect at the same time here. So so this is about our mainframe computer. Now let's about the last thing about our super computers here. So this super computer, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಸರಿನ ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಕೂಡ ವೆರಿ ಸೂಪರ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಸೂಪರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ our super computer? So these computer are designed to process some of our some of the scientific jobs like our, or the complex scientific jobs like in this case the weather forecasting, just to check about the weather news in this case here, or maybe for the research purposes specially going to use, or finally we can say about our the animation graphics in Hollywood movies, especially going to use in our movies also. Clear this point here. Now movies ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು animation ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. So all those animation we can add by using the computer like our super computer. So we can say that such computers specially developed or designed to do some of the complex scientific jobs like our weather information, to know about the weather information, for the research purposes also going to use, and specially for the animation, to add some of the animation in the Hollywood movies. Clear this point here. Now these computer are, or they are the largest computer, fastest computer, and more powerful computer compared to any other computer, compared to our micro, mini, mainframe. Which computer is very largest, fastest and more powerful computer? That is our supercomputer. Clear this point here? This supercomputer here. Now we know that mini computer 5 MIPS instruction going to execute, mainframe computer 16 MIPS instruction going to execute. Now what about our supercomputer? So this supercomputer can process, execute here trillions of instruction per second. Clear this point? It is not the billion, it is not the million. So just only we can say about the trillions. Clear this point here? The trillions of instruction execution in 1 second here. So the supercomputer are used for the high calculation. Okay, here are used for our high calculation intensive task. So this is the uses of about our supercomputer. Clear this point here? So this is also information about the classification based on the configuration. We know that based on the size, storage capacity and cost, computer are classified as the microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computer and the supercomputers. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the